Guys, welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at what's going on today. I tried to get this video out last night. As you guys know, I've been having issues with my computer. I did find out it was my computer. I have some adjustments I'm trying to make, so today might still be a little bit laggy, but it's getting better. I'm going to work on it more after this, and I will be doing a members video and going into more detail. But I wanted to get this video out. I wanted to give you guys a warning as to what I'm looking at. As you guys know, from the last top at 64, I had a 5-wave count going down, and then I was looking for B up and then 5 more waves down for C. I still believe that's coming, although B went a little bit higher, but I'm going to show you on the Elliott wave theory how this works and what I'm looking for and why I did not change to a bullish bias. And I'm going to explain that all today. But first off, we'll just go on what's going on now. I was going to show this last night. I did post this stuff in the Discord. We made higher highs on the daily here, lower highs on the RSI. That is bearish divergence. That's why we're seeing this downfall now. I know everybody got super bullish with this big wick here from yesterday, but obviously you can see that's getting erased now. Next point of support here is about 60,400, which is the 21 EMA. If that's broken and becomes resistance, our next stop is somewhere around the 55 range. I still believe we're probably going to see that 51 to 53. If we do get a massive bounce here, then that could be bullish for one more wave up around the 75K area. Although I don't think that's going to happen, and I'll show you why here in a minute, and I'll show you areas to watch. I do want to go over and talk about the Dow for 1 second. Make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to look at that video. I'm going to show you this wave count and why I think this is what's happening. Don't forget to smash the likes, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out the links down below. My wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com, is down there. A lot of cool stuff. Anyways. So if we look at this distribution on Bitcoin right here, you can see we're making lower lows in the RSI, or lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, and we know what happened after that. And this was that 5-wave count. That's why I believe a lot of people are trying to say this is an ABC. This is not an ABC. This measured out perfectly as a 5-wave structure. We called these the 3 and the 4 here. The 5 did not go as low as I thought, but we still got lower than the 3, which is all that's needed to confirm a wave 5. But we had these measured out back here in May. So anyways, let's take a look at the Dow. As you can see, it's forming pretty much the exact same thing. We're making lower highs and higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Now let's get into a little bit more detail. As you guys remember, this over here made the call of 29K. I had said it would be by June, and it happened actually before that. I made a video that day. Right after I made the video, this line broke and it happened. We could be seeing some type of the same thing over here, and I'm going to explain what I'm looking for. So in the bullish case, this trend line will hold around, depending on if, when, and where we hit it. If we were to go straight down today, which I doubt, would be around 47,000. Within the next few weeks, it could be up to 50,000 or further, depending on how long this would take to get down here. This is just an estimate here. And the reason I have this estimate is because I'm still looking at this as a possible head and shoulders, and depending on if, when, and where it broke. So if it broke over around this weekend some point, it would probably be a measured move to around 49 to 50,000 if it breaks this trend line here. And that doesn't mean, again, it doesn't mean it goes straight down. This could take weeks. So anyways, that's what I wanted to point out here. And if this was to break, then it gets really bearish, which would also line up with the ABC that I'm going to show you, down to mid-20s range. Now let's take a look at this target. This is what I was looking for, the break of this rising wedge here from 51 to 53,000 is the target of that, this wedge right here. If we take a measured move of it and put it up to where we broke down, that's where it gets us to around that 51 to 53,000. As you guys know, this is my daily RSI trend line. We did get rejected, came back up, got above it. Looks like a trap here. And now we are back below it. Now, if the daily closes higher than 60,900, if it closes above that, then we're going to have some hidden bullish divergence, which would mean one more little push up here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Make sure you give me a follow on Twitter. It's at CryptoSavvy1. We'll be taking a look at that. If I'll keep an eye on the daily close there. We may do a video at the close if it's something interesting going on. But as of right now, like I said, this bottom trend line also lines up with the daily 200 EMA, which makes a lot of sense here, guys. I do see us coming down to test this, in my opinion. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out PrimeXBT, by far my favorite exchange. They do not trade against you. You can trade Bitcoin, S&P, Forex, gold, silver, oil, everything all on one exchange. Definitely check it out. They're by far my favorite exchange. I do have a tutorial on my YouTube page if you want to check that out. It does teach you how to use the margin. So anyways, let's look at what's going on. So this is that 5 wave right here. We're going to talk about some stuff here. So give me a second, but I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. This here, this is on the weekly. You cannot get an ABC out of this on the weekly. This is easily, you can see this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure, and we can take the measurements. This is how we knew where it was going to go. If we take our Fibonacci extension, go from this top of wave 1 to the bottom of wave 1 to the top of wave 2 here, which is right there, that gave us the 1.618. Right there was our target, and that is where it hit. Then what you do is, this is why I thought the wave 5 would go down further. If we go from the top of wave 2 to the bottom of 3, which is this wick here, to the top of 4, which is right there, we went just past the 0.382 fib here, $30,000 range. So you can see that was wave 5. Now, what I believe we're seeing, this is where it gets interesting. This is why I would not change my bearish bias, because this 5 waves right here makes no sense for the end of a correction. There's what's called an irregular correction. Let me put these back on here so you can see. We're going to get rid of the RSI too. Let's get that out of there. So this is the 5 waves down, right? We've had this since May. This is what we're looking at since May, this 5 wave structure down. Then if we look, we have an ABC right here. And that could be the end of it. And I'm going to show you again why. Obviously, we can go up a little bit higher, but we're going to take a look at this. What I'm looking for still is this 5 wave structure down. Now, how far will it go? At least, that's here. We're going to move this stuff over, and we're going to talk about where it would go if this is the count and if it is done going up here. So, as you guys know, wave 5, or 5 waves for A, 3 waves for B, 5 waves for C. Let's put, this is what I believe we're seeing. This is a irregular correction. This one is what other people are talking about, say it has to be a 3-3-5 pattern. It does not. As you can see, this would be the 1, 2, 3, or the ABC over here, they're saying, and then 5 waves down, and then ABC. It's not what I'm getting here. Let me show you what I'm seeing right here. And it has the Elliott wave rules, so we'll go over this real quick while I'm doing the video. I want to say hello to all you guys in the chat. Anyways, let's look. Wave A, which was 5 waves down, right, can be corrective or impulsive based on 3-3-5 or 5-5-3. This was impulsive because it was 5 waves down. Wave B can have a simple, flat, or irregular correction sub-pattern, which I believe this is just a big ABC. Now, in the bullish case, this would be a 1 down here, a 2, 3, whoops, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's the case, then yes, we could come down with an ABC and then continue higher. I'll explain that if it happens, but as of right now, this is what I'm looking at. And as you can see, wave B, which is this, the three-wave structure, ABC in a wave B right here, A, B, C, in a B, this can break the fifth wave, which I believe this was over here. And a lot of times this will be just a bull trap because it wicked above the old all-time high, got everybody in longs, and now they're stuck there. So after that, you get the C wave, which is 5 waves down. But let's read that. Wave B normally retraces by 100 to 123%, but there's no definite maximum limit. So yes, we could go up to possibly the 70 to 75,000 range and still be in B. So let's take a look. What did this retrace here? So if we take if we go from the bottom to the top with our Fibonacci extension and then back over to the top, this top here, whoops, what the hell was that? So go from the bottom to the top and then another back down to the bottom. As you can see, this would be the 100% right here, right? We did go above that. We did not quite get to the 125. That would be somewhere around that 70 to 72. But remember, there's no definite. It doesn't have to go up there, and it could go a little above. I don't see it going past the 127, which would be 75, if it decided to continue up from here. But as of right now, this could be the end of B, according to the Elliott wave rules. So we got that right. Now, wave C always have an impulse pattern which must project more than 61%. So if this is the top here, wave C would be the 5 waves down. So the least it would go for that to be wave C would have to go down to at least, let's put a retracement on this. Hopefully this gets back on here, guys. I really want to get this information out. I don't know what's going on, why this keeps screwing up. But anyways, like I was saying, if you guys missed it, I don't know where that stopped. I apologize. I don't know what the hell is going on. So anyways, with this here, we can has to retrace. If this was the top here, it has to retrace at least to 43.46. Now, if we go back over to this, that would break this blue trend line and making that resistance, if that's the case. Now, remember, if we go higher, so we put this up, let's say to the 75, right? Let's go up to 75. We can't break this here. Actually, that would be around 71. I don't see it going above that. If it does, I think it's more bullish than even I would expect. But so if that was the case, that would get us back down to the 45 level. Now let's see where that would still get below this trend line. So either way, that's not looking good. Let's look at some more rules here. Whoops. So we got that. It has to go down by more than 61%. So 61.8, which would be that 43,000 range, would be enough. But wave C normally projected by 100 to 123, but there's no limit. So that can go much lower also, just like the other. And then wave C can complete before or after the end of wave A. So it can complete at the least it would go from here if this was the end of wave B. The least it would go would be 61.8, which is the golden pocket zone, which is this 43.3. Now, it could still retrace 125%. Let's take a look at where that might be. And let's put our fibs on here. So if it went to the 125% range, it would be back down to the 24,000 range, which also matches up with this back here. So guys, be cautious here. That's all I'm going to say. Be super, super cautious. I know everyone's extremely bullish and they're guaranteeing $100,000 Bitcoin. I don't see it. I do not see $100,000 Bitcoin. I could be dead wrong, but I really don't see it. Let's take a look at the DXY. The DXY is taking off. If the DXY breaks this 94.58, it is off to the races, guys. There's a couple more things I wanted to show you. Another thing I wanted to show you here, I'm going to throw the pivots on here. And this is, let's do it on the daily. Throw the pivots on the daily. Right here. So if you'll notice, that S1 pivot is right here at about 47. And the next pivot, the S2 down here is about 33. And look at that, right around 24, we have the S3 pivot. If this was to happen, again, no guarantees here, guys. Like I said, if this daily closes, let's get these pivots back off here. So if this daily closes below or above 60,800, then we're going to have some hidden bullish divergence if the RSI is still like this. If we can drop below, close below that 60,800 by the end of the day, and let's see, the 21 EMA is right around the 60,300. So if we don't get support there, our next line of support is this trend line here, which I still believe could be a head and shoulders here. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. I wanted to get this video out. I hope it makes sense to you. Make sure you give the video a giant thumbs up. Smash those likes. Check out my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's also some other links down there that you get some benefits from. If you're into trading or whatnot, definitely check them out. Thanks again, guys. I am out of here. I will continue working on this to get my streaming working better. Thanks, guys. Take it easy. I'm out.